Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the people. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this mess. So, listen to this. Okay, we were just talking about this hell for the other day, right? Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the block. This is according to page 6. Heart sick Jennifer Lopez canceling tour to spend time with kids amid Ben Affleck speculation. So Jennifer Lopez is canceling her tour to spend more time with her family and is heartsick over the decision to pull the plug, the singer announced Friday. Sources said Lopez, 54, was canceling the tour due to the sensitive time in her personal life, as she and husband Ben Affleck are said to be headed toward a split. We hear that Lopez was sending a special message to her fans via her On the J Lo newsletter Friday, telling them, "Canceling the tour. I'm completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down." Letting who down, Jennifer? Because they said only 5 people had bought tickets. I think 7. And one of them came from your mom, and the other one came from your cousin. Now, the other 5 people, I don't know. She said, "Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary. I promise I will make it up to you, and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time." Representatives for Live Nation announced that the summer tour, This Is Me Live, was canceled, saying in a statement, "Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends." Sources insisted that pulling the plug was not due to poor ticket sales, but rather for personal reasons and wanting to be with her kids. Girl. Okay, girl. The U.S. tour was rebranded in April after it had initially been called This Is Me Now, after Lopez's latest album, in which she sang about her journey to a rekindled love with Affleck. The star's ninth studio album made a debut on Billboard 200 at number 38. But sources said that there had been a recent uptick in concert sales, and some markets were performing well, including sales in cities such as Newark, which had 92% of seats sold, in Toronto, with 86% of seats, plus markets like Orlando, Miami, Rosemont, and Anaheim. Girl. Sources pointed out that her new Netflix Atlas was hit for the streamer. Anyways, girl, I'm not gonna read the rest of this, girl. Listen, you know, like I said, Jennifer Lopez has created one of my favorite albums, which is J Lo. Girl, that album is that's just my album. Um, and I said this the other day. I'll say it again. I think Jennifer Lopez needs to accept that her time, especially as a musical artist, I think that ship has sailed. I really do. Um, I think in Jennifer Lopez's head, she thinks she's like a Madonna, right? Where she can just go on tour and the girls will come out in droves. Um, and clearly, that's not the case. At one point, Jennifer Lopez was that girl, right? We used to bop to Jennifer Lopez songs, right? Not so much. I think Jennifer Lopez needs to accept that the ship has sailed. I know it's hard, especially if Jennifer Lopez loves to do. I think that would be hard for anybody. If you love to do what you do, and you have to, you have to realize, like, oh, the people really not feeling me like that no more, right? But Jennifer Lopez, she's wealthy, girl. Um, I would suggest for Jennifer Lopez to just do a movie here or there. I saw she just came out with a movie on Netflix. Um, do a little rom com here or there, and then go on by her business. And girl, and go to some therapy, girl, because you bouncing around from man to man is not cute at your big age. It's just not. Every time I look up, Jennifer Lopez is tied down to some man, and I just don't get it. Jennifer Lopez, I don't think has ever really been single, which is actually sad, but it is what it is. Jennifer Lopez, girl, you're not Madonna, you're not Beyonce. There are a few artists who I believe that can go years without an album and go on tour. Can come out with an album and go on tour. And I don't think Jennifer Lopez is one of those girls. Girl, Beyonce had us. Beyonce just went on the. Beyonce girl came out the woodworks, girl, hit us with Renaissance and told us, girl, she wanted us to wear silver. Girl, she had everybody. See, Jennifer Lopez thinks she Beyonce. Girl, you not Beyonce. Girl, Beyonce had everybody stressed out talking about she wanted everybody to wear silver. Girl, talking about I need you to wear silver to the concert. Girl, she had us all stressed out all on Amazon.com. Girl, down to Forever 21. Girl, down to Charlotte Russe. Girl, had me all looking in the women's section trying to find a silver top. Yeah, because this helping to convince us that, girl, this is for the kids. Girl, and I want all the kids to be shiny. They have to have me stressed out. Girl, I said, well, Beyonce said we gotta wear silver. So we gonna wear silver. Okay? Girl, I was all down to Amazon. Girl, I was all on Google Talk putting in girl silver tops. Yeah. Yes, God. That's that Beyonce magic, honey. Mm-hmm. That's what Jennifer Lopez thinks she got it. She ain't got it. She ain't got it. She ain't got it. Beyonce still gotta be mad about that girl. Ever since Beyonce had all of us walking around here, girl, with silver and metallic and fall paper on, girl. Anytime I see somebody with silver, girl, I instantly think of the Renaissance tour. I was gonna buy some tennis shoes from Steve Madden. I hate Steve Madden tennis shoes. I love Steve Madden boots, okay? But I have never been a Steve Madden tennis shoe girl. I don't know. I never could get into their tennis shoes. Anyways, but I've always been into their boots. I was on Steve Madden. This was some months ago. And I was like, oh, girl, these are so cute. And the first thing I thought about was Renaissance. I was like, oh, I'm not buying these. But they were so cute to me. But I didn't want to buy them because I instantly thought about the Renaissance tour. And then I remember I was driving by, coming from somewhere, and this girl had on some knee-high boots. And they were like silver. And I was like, girl, look at her with her Renaissance boots on. That's the first thing popped in my mind. Now that girl probably had them boots, girl, for 5 years, 10 years. And the first thing popped in my mind was Renaissance. Anyways, yeah, Jennifer Lopez, baby, it's a wrap. It's over. It's done. The music career is not working for you, girl. Who it was Carlos. Shout out to Carlos Harris. He said something on Twitter that made me giggle in my bed. Let me see. I think I took a screenshot because I wanted to read it to y'all. Hold up. What did he say? Did I take a screenshot? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. It was funny. He said something about basically J-Lo still thinks it's too. He said that J-Lo still thinks it is 2004 and she about to make a trip to TRL. I said, okay. J-Lo is stuck. J-Lo still stuck in the I'm real. She's still stuck in the dum, 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 dum. It must be the ass that got me like that. Now we're not gonna play in J-Lo face. J-Lo has some hits. Okay? J-Lo has some hits. It must be the ass that got me like that. Ah, girl, yeah, that's still my song. But J-Lo is stuck in a time where she thinks that it is still 2004 Renaissance days, girl. And it's not, sister. I mean, not 2000, I mean 2004 TRL days. And Jennifer, girl, it's not. Let me see if I can find this tweet. It was so funny. Okay. Let me see. Got my stomach growling. I need to get something to eat. Her mistake was packaging a movie, documentary album, and tour as a happily ever after. She cannot sell us that. It's for her to believe, not us. J-Lo still thinks it's 2004 and TRL is still on the air. I said, okay. Okay. Girl, she's still stuck. She really is stuck. And she tried to sell us the happily ever after with Ben Affleck. This is a woman who's been married 4 times. Girl, you done had your happily ever after 4 times. Girl, been involved with your background dancers. Girl, Puff Daddy. Hello. When they take Puff Daddy to trial, I need everybody that was connected to Puff Daddy to go answer some questions. Everybody. I'm everybody. Girl. Everybody need to be at that courthouse answering questions. Because I think everybody knows something. I just think everybody need to be at the courthouse. Girl, y'all better be glad I'm not the judge. Because I would have been subpoenaed everybody. Hello? From J-Lo, Missy, Mary, Kelly Price, girl, Jay-Z, Beyonce, girl, them children. I want the children on the stand too. I'm sorry. What did y'all hear? I'm talking about all the children. Misa. I want everybody down to the courthouse. Laurie, Day 26, 112, Danny DeCane, Aubrey. I definitely want Aubrey down here because I know she ready to sell it. Okay. 112. Who else? Shine. Girl, I need somebody to come in here and pull up and conjure up the spirits of Biggie and Tupac. I need everybody in this courtroom. And if you lie, your ass is going to jail. Girl, I just need you to answer some questions. What happened on October the 1st, 2003? What was you at? You better remember. You need some time to think about it. All right, we could I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about it. What happened in 2010? Missy, when y'all were in the at the studio, and they say you were sitting in the corner. What was going on with Puffy and that man and that girl? Did you see anything? They were just talking? Oh, okay. Kelly, Kelly Price, when you used to be in, what was going on? What did you see? You ain't see nothing? So you ain't see nothing. You saw something. So you saw something. I don't know what it was, but you saw something. Who was coming in and out? Oh, okay. Lorianne, what did you see? I want everybody to answer the questions. That's it. And ain't nobody leaving until if I don't think you're telling the truth, you ain't leaving. Girl, you ain't going nowhere. So girl, take your shoes off and get comfortable. Anyways, y'all listen to this. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter, Shiloh, 18, files to drop Pitt from surname on her 18th birthday. So Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter, Shiloh, has filed to change her name. Girl. Jolie and Pitt's 18-year-old daughter, Shiloh, Jolie-Pitt, has filed to drop Pitt from her surname. Someone familiar with the matter tells People and confirmed in documents obtained by People. The teenager is requesting a new legal name, hoping to go by simply Shiloh Jolie. The documents were filed on Monday, May the 27th, which also happened to be Shiloh's 18th birthday. TMZ first reported the news. Shiloh and Pitt share six kids together: Maddox 22, Zahara 19, Shiloh, Pax 20, Knox 15, and Vivian 15. Girl. Shiloh isn't the only child of Jolie and Pitt to appear to go by a different name. In the playbill for the new musical The Outsiders, which their daughter Vivian helped mom Jolie produce, the teenager is listed as Vivian Jolie. And then last November, while joining Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, shout out to the AKAs, hey y'all! At her university, Spelman College, the former couple's eldest daughter, Zahara, introduced herself as Zahara Marley Jolie. Girl, some of the people mad online. They say that Angelina is getting to those kids. I didn't know this until the first person I saw say it was, shout out to Erica De Niro TV. And then I started seeing people online say it, that Angelina dropped her dad's last name also. And so some people are trying to, I guess, draw a parallel to, I guess Angelina's experience with her father, her dropping her father's last name, to now they feel as though she's pushing those thoughts onto her kids. Let me just say this. One, I don't believe that. If you have been following Angelina and Brad, you would know that they have given their kids the freedom to move, not necessarily how they want to move. I'll give you an example. Shiloh. I remember people being upset at Brad and Angelina because they felt like they were trying to push Shiloh and Shiloh wasn't dressing like a girl, and that made the people upset. Shiloh was dressing like a little boy. Now you look at Shiloh, Shiloh got wearing dresses and all types of stuff, right? But people were upset. I don't see them allowing Shiloh to express herself the way that she wanted to express herself when she was younger, right? And now Angelina being that voice in her head, forcing her to change her name. I feel like, based off of the way that we've seen Shiloh grow up with, dressing like a tomboy, right? Expressing herself the way that she wanted to express herself. I don't see Angelina now coming into the picture saying, "Oh, you must do this." I think that they really do give their children the freedom to, I'm not gonna say do what they want to do, but I don't think they're just like, I don't think they're handling them with a short-handed spoon, right? Um, I remember, this is a story. I remember when I was younger. I think I've told this story before. My mother came to me, and I was young. I can't remember how old I was. I don't think I was a teenager quite yet. Maybe I was 10, 9. I don't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember. I was young though. I was young. I remember my mama coming to me and telling me that I was going to have to change my last name to my father's last name. I think she had put my father on child support. And I guess one of his things was saying, well, I want him to change his last name because I always had my mother's last name. And I remember telling my mother to her face, I'm not changing my last name. I'm not. When she was talking, I was looking at her like she was talking Spanish. Because at one point, I just didn't understand what she was trying to tell me. No shame. And I remember telling her, when she was telling me, you're going to have to change your last name, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not changing my last name. And I was a child telling my mother that I was not changing my last name at all. So this thing of people thinking that kids just don't know nothing, right? If I knew what I knew at 9 or 10 or however old I was, Shiloh knows what she knows. And I think that it is so unfair to automatically put all this on Angelina when you have heard the stories. You know Brad is an alcoholic. We know that to be factual, okay? He's come out and spoke about that. Now, we were not there on that plane. We don't know what happened. But for someone to come out and to want to drop your father's last name, and it's Pitt, your father is Brad Pitt, girl. This ain't just some man who, girl, just work around a corner. Girl, this is Brad Pitt. That man is hell on wheels, and I believe it. And even if y'all feel as though he hasn't done anything to the kids, which I heard he was whooping on one of the kids on the plane, allegedly. If he has mistreated their mother, that's enough for them. That's it, that's all. Y'all want to try to paint. I'm not saying that Angelina is this innocent woman, because we know Angelina, she was holding around too. She girl, you know what I'm saying? She was opening her legs to marry men. Hello? So we know Angelina ain't innocent. Angelina wasn't in her 20s just making a mistake. Angelina was a grown ass woman, right? Messing with Jennifer Aniston's man, right? So we know Angelina ain't innocent all around. But there's too many people online upset, girl. What y'all call them, the patriarchy princess? It's too many of y'all online upset that these kids don't want these niggas' last name. Because let's just call a thing a thing. The world has convinced y'all that y'all names don't mean shit. They have convinced you that your name means nothing. That's why y'all are so upset that these kids are saying, I don't want his last name. Because you even feel like your last name is worthless. Because if you didn't feel that way, you wouldn't be such in a rush to go ahead and give your kids your father's last name. I mean, their father's last name. You would at least hyphenate it. The first person that popped in my mind was Simone Biles. I said, Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens ever have kids? You know, I said she's gonna be the dummy to give the kids his last name, even though she's Simone Biles. One of the greatest athletes that has ever lived, will go down in history as one of the greatest athletes. Girl will be talked about for years to come. But she even believes that her last name is worthless. Who is this? Anyways, it is what it is. Um, I think you know what? I think what people think about Angelina Jolie is who Jennifer Lopez really is. Like this mean woman who's an asshole. I think that's who Jennifer Lopez is. I think Brad is a mess. I do. I think Brad is a mess. I think those kids know that Brad is a mess. Um, I think that we don't know these celebrities. Sometimes we feel like we do, but we don't. Um, and you can't tell Shiloh, Vivian, Maddox, North, girl, I don't know them kids' name, Apple, Coco, Orange, girl, I don't know, girl, Angel, Heaven, I don't know, child. Girl, you cannot tell those kids anything about their father. That is their father, that is their mother. They know they were there. You can't tell them shit about the experience that they've had with Brad. Nothing. Anyways, it's so sad because Brad's so goddamn fine. Girl. But Brad, they say you a mess, honey. Mm. 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 Child. Let me go to my folder, y'all. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh, girl. Here we go. I didn't want to talk about this child. So, Tamar Braxton's boo, J.R. Robinson, goes off following her shady interview with Carlos King. Keep poking the bear. So, I'm going to play some audio from Carlos King and Tamar Braxton's. He's on a tour right now, and Tamar Braxton was one of his guests. And this is some of what had to. This is what some. This is some of. This is what was said, child. Some of what was said that made Jr. go off. A lot of people love you. A lot of people want you to be happy. You are in a relationship. You're engaged. Y'all do not like that man. Okay, let's talk about Colonel Sanders, honey. Oh, no, don't call him that. Don't do that. No, but that's how when I look at him, I sometimes crave for a two-piece chicken, thigh and leg with mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit. He do not look like that. I'm teasing you, girl. I'm teasing. He's very handsome. Talk to me about that relationship because listen, one thing about her. So the world does think Tamar Braxton has allowed this white man to confuse her, do her in, defend her whiting, and a lot of your fans be like, now look, Tam, I'm a ride for you, bitch, but looking real slippery.
They said you're hiding the ring. No, I'm not. I'm not hiding anything. So the truth of the matter is, Jr. and I decided that we would keep our relationship.
So basically, she went on to say that they decided that whether they're together or not, they will keep their relationship private, basically. Girl. Anyways, so okay, so this is what he had to say. So truth is, they are not ready for me to tell my side of the story. I keep choosing grace, but I can only be thrown under the bus and not defended for so much longer. I'll be Colonel Sanders. I'll give you some chicken and eat with my story. Keep poking the bear. Girl. 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 A man can only take so much. I always wanted to protect, even when we aren't together. Just lying. That white man is lying. But stop allowing indirects to throw me under the bus. Your shade creates more uncertainty, and your people thrive on stating what you never say. I'm too graceful, and that's coming to an end. Thanks, CK. Girl, apologies mean nothing when you come from my foundation. You know the truth, but want to kiki. Well, I guess the exclusive has to come out. Tired of protecting people and getting ish on. Their whole phase was during my in love phase. Girl! Flowers and billboards don't mean ish when you have had your heart broken. Girl, this is so crazy to me because I remember that white man. I remember Tamar and Tommy going back and forth. And then Tommy and JR were at a basketball game. Now, whether or not they were at the basketball game together or if they saw each other there, I don't remember. But nonetheless, they still took a picture together, video together, posted it online. So now you have JR posted up with Tamar's, enemy. And then JR even came to the Instagram and said out of his own mouth that he purposely hurt Tamar. Girl, this is the same person who's talking about I always want to protect. No, you don't. And then Tommy came out and let it be known that you told her all of Tamar's business. She released text messages, said how you ate her ass. What? And she did it for the ancestors. This is what Tamar had to say. Tamar said, when you truly love someone, hurting the person that you love is far worse than being hurt by the one you love. Girl. I'm new to true love and loving myself. Baby, this is not true love. Because it sounds like you a mess. You've been a mess, Tamar, low key. And it sounds like the white man, he a mess too. He try to act like he's not a mess, but in reality, he's a mess. I'm so sorry that it's you that has to feel the trial and error. I wish for the opportunity to give an apology, to be forgiven for it all. In relationships, we take being forgiven for granted. It's a blessing to be able to say I'm sorry and see another day in war of love. And I'm sorry. It's a blessing to be able to say I'm sorry and see another day in the war of love in this together. No matter how much I feel like I was right, you felt wrong, and I gotta respect that. I'm not embarrassed for being open about how I feel. I'm embarrassed of how I made you feel. I'm sorry, TBR. Girl, I could get. Did it sound what the parts of the conversation I heard between Carlos and Tamar? I don't. It didn't get. Something has to be. It had to be more than that because I didn't think it was that much for him to come down to the internet and be like, "You poking the bear, girl, poking the bear." Girl, that's why I ain't got no man. That's exactly why I ain't got no man. One, I don't want no man. Two, girl, if you would have came out to the internet talking about you poking the bear, girl, and what you gonna do? Poking the bear? What? And did you just low-key call me a hoe? the nigga with all the baby mamas and kids. How many baby mamas and kids they say he got? He got the nerve to be talking about, girl, somebody been in the whole phase while he was in the love phase. Girl! It's the Delulu for me. Girl, it's the Delulu for me. Girl. Tamar, you wanted him. I want Tamar, honestly. And I have been a fan of Tamar's music since I was in high school. For real, for real. Tamar came out with her first album when I was in high school. A lot of the girls don't know that. Girl, Get None. Girl, No Disrespect. Your Room. Girl, Your Room is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Money Can't Buy You Love. All girl, like her first album was actually better to me than Love and War. Quiet as Kept. A lot of y'all went for Love. I didn't go for Love and War like that. I didn't. Her first album, Calling All Lovers, is probably one of the most iconic R&B albums to this day. Anyways, I love Tamar as a musician. I really, really do. I love her music. But Tamar, baby, you need to go to Naughty Young to Fix My Life, because the last time we heard you and the Young almost ripped each other wigs off. But every time I look up, Tamar is in some jive ass relationship. I remember her telling the story about before Vince, how she was in a physically abusive relationship. Then when she got with Vince, her mama said Vince was whooping her ass. Now I don't know, I wasn't there, but Miss Evelyn said that. So either she gonna say Miss Evelyn is lying, because Miss Evelyn said hello. So now we got Miss Evelyn saying that Vince was over there whooping up on you. And then you got, I think his name was David. They say David was a mess. And now you got with girl JR, and JR publicly embarrasses you. Purposely. Girl, okay? Like, girl, when y'all gonna get to the point where it's kind of like, girl, I just need to step back. I need to step back, girl, love on myself, love on my family, love on the people who love me, and girl, just live a good, fulfilling, positive life. I don't understand how Tamar does it. Because she want a man. At least she got him. At least she got a man, right? That's what y'all be saying, child. At least she got a man, girl. Mm-mm. I don't want one. Now we got to do all that. Now that we got to do all of that, you online, girl. Was like I said, I can understand. I just didn't think what Carlos and Tamar said was that bad for him to come out with a whole 3-page story. Girl, like, girl, it was that. I mean, okay, girl, they called you Colonel Sanders. The truth of the matter is, some of the stuff that Carlos was saying was the truth. People have looked at Tamar like, girl, you gonna let that white man handle you like that? That's not far from. That's what people have been saying. Like, so is that what he was mad about? I know you wasn't that. I know you wasn't that worked up over him calling you Colonel Sanders, because that's been a running joke online for a long time now. Anyways, girl, it is what it is. Girl, shout out to Tamar. Girl, get your life together. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.